I'm here with Anne McMahon, owner of Friend of the Family, to talk about her business and the services that she does. So Anne, can you tell me, Friend of the Family is such a catchy name. So how did you come up with that name?
Actually, one of our first clients said to me when we were helping a senior move, well, are you a friend of the family?
Oh.
And I went, of course I am. And then I went and trademarked it and made sure I could use it in the state of Colorado.
It's very clever. You're a professional organizer, but there's
Yes.
a certain term for your company. And what is that?
It's Relocation Management, and that's because we do all sorts of things beside just organize. We do move management of the mover. We do space planning. We have a packing division, unpacking, putting away, and organizing. And then we have a couple of other things that clients sometimes need.
And is there any certification that you have to go through to be certified to do senior moves?
There is. There's a certified senior move management training class that one can take. There are lots of e-smart online. But the most important thing is probably my membership in the National Association of Senior Move Managers, NASM. Great education, ethics, insurance, training, huge group. Now we're about 600 nationwide.
Tell me about the process. So if I have a parent that I wanted to move to a senior community or a smaller home, if they want to right size, how does the process start?
We start with an interview to see what the needs are, and it has to be on site because that's the place we're starting with all the stuff. We listen to what they need help with, and then we end up going back and writing a proposal that's pretty detailed that says you need these many people to help you do the sorting and the downsizing, right-sizing. You probably need a space plan so that your furniture that you love fits in the space and we don't have to worry that you're going to be too crowded, and you've got walkways if there's mobility issues.
Right.
And then we proceed to see about the mover and the packing and the logistics of it. It's actually one of the most emotionally charged transitions that any of us make. Moving is very traumatic. It's up there in the top 5 for emotional stress. And it's even harder when you realize people have been in their homes 35, 40, 50 years, and everything that's been given or collected has a memory. So a lot of what we're considered is basically a psychologist with boxes.
Right. I see that you also open a new division. So do you do estate sales as well? Do you help them, like if they need to do an estate sale?
We do. I didn't for the first couple of years, but we kept being asked by clients, well, what do we do with all this extra stuff? Or they used other estate sale people and they just weren't comfortable with them. So we decided, after finding the right partner to do that, we actually do the estate sales ourselves. It's still a single point of contact for the family, and that actually makes their stress level less.
Right.
The next thing that our clients kept asking for the last 2 years is the fixing up of the house. So they're moved over to a lovely retirement community. The extra stuff has been sold for money. Things have been shipped to the family. And then they look at the house and go, well, is this ready to get on the market? So we started another small division that helps the realtors and the senior client get the house ready to market, and that's actually what we call it. So
it's really a one-stop shop.
We like to be one-stop.
Right.
It's easier for seniors when they start working with us, or high net worth individuals who are executives who are busy and who don't have time to try to run down 15 people and check who's good and know who the movers are to work with, or the painters. So we try to be that sorting out agency for them.
We focused our conversation on seniors, but I know, like you said, you work with high-level executives or relocation, when people relocate to another place and stuff. And we don't want people to forget that. I think that's why you changed you want to be called relocation specialist instead of just a senior move specialist.
Right.
So now I think we're going to go, after this segment, we're going to go to one of your clients that was also our client. And they're not really seniors per se, but I think they're moving from a house in the suburb to a high-rise in Denver, in downtown Denver.
Exactly. And in this case, we're doing an art installation for them.
Oh, wow.
So we're taking their pieces that are from their collection and making sure they wind up in the right houses and the right places on the walls, and that's specialized moving, and we know who to call to do that. So, yep, and so we'll get them and their artwork and their glassware and their dishes and their chairs and everything
Everything.
else over for them.
So after the break, we'll walk through the house with Linda.